So hello ladies and gentlemen, today we'll be looking at isomerism of alkanes. Isomerism of alkanes. So alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons having the general formula CnH2n plus 2. So this is the general formula for alkane. An alkane undergoes structural isomerism. So alkane undergoes structural isomerism. So now we will have to know how to name the alkanes. For those who have seen previous videos, you'll see how in my previous video I show you how to name the alkanes. So for just a quick recall, met is 1 carbon atom, et 2 carbon atom, prop 3 carbon atom, but 4 carbon atom, pent for 5 carbon atom, hex for 6 carbon atom, hep for 7 carbon atom, and so on and so forth. So we are going to be using this to do our naming of compounds. So the first isomer here is the first isomer I'm going to use here will be pentane. So I'm going to use pentane to show you guys how to obtain the isomers of the alkanes. So my reference compound here will be pentane. So pentane will have from the general formula of what we have here, pentane will have C5H12 for pentane. So pentane will be of the form C5H12. Now notice that the first isomer of pentane, we have a straight chain carbon atom of pentane, straight chain carbons. So we have straight chain carbons of pentane. Notice that pent here is for 5 carbon atom. So pent will represent 5 carbon atom. So I'll put 5 carbon atom. Now here we have 12 hydrogen atom. So my pentane will have 12 hydrogen atoms. 12. So if we count, we notice that we have 12 hydrogen atoms for pentane and 5 carbon atoms. So this is the first isomer of the pentane that we have here. Now what do we do to obtain the other isomers of pentane from the first isomer that we have here? What we do is we cut off the terminal carbon atom and replace it. That is, we take this carbon atom and replace it to any of the carbon atom in the middle of the chain. So we'll do like branching of the group. So what we do is we cut off the carbon atom here. We have CH3. We replace it at the carbon atom in the middle. CH3. We have H. We have this, yes, and we have this. Of course, notice for the pentane now, we still have a 5 carbon atom, but this compound is no longer a pentane. This compound is now a butane due to the number of carbon atoms in the straight chain. This is a straight chain chain butane, but now we have a methyl group attached to it. So we name it following the longest chain. The longest chain can still be this. So the longest chains can come like this, or the longest chain can come like this. So we will name this as 2-methyl. 2-methyl, 4 carbon atoms in the longest chain. So we have butane. So take note, the longest chain can still come like this, from here to here, or from here to here. So you start naming from either direction of the chain to have your compound. Now from there we'll see now how to get the other isomer of the pentane. Notice that if I shift this here, I shift this methyl group because this is a methyl group. That is why we have the 2. The methyl group is found on carbon number 2. So if we shift this methyl group here, we still have the same compound. So what we do is we have to detach another methyl group and attach it to the carbon atom in the middle. So we have 3 carbon atoms, and we have attached to the methyl, attached to 2 methyl groups. Then we have this. So when we detach the other carbon atom, we have, it brings us to a propane, because we have 3 carbon atoms in the longest chain. So in either way you count, you have 3 carbon atoms in the longest chain. So these carbon atoms are attached to hydrogen. So in either way you count, you can count like this, it's 3 carbon atom. You can count like this, it's 3 carbon atom in the longest chain. But now in whatsoever way you count, you notice that there are 2 methyl groups. There are 2 methyl groups attached to it. So I would prefer to use I would prefer to take my longest chain to be this. So I have 2,2-dimethyl, because why the die is because we have 2 methyl groups. So we have 2 methyl groups to make it dimethyl. 2,2-dimethyl, and we have 3 carbon atoms in the straight chain, which will make it 2,2-dimethyl for 3 carbon atom. Notice we have propane, prop. So 2,2-dimethyl propane, 2,2-dimethyl propane for this. So we notice that we have already 1, 2, 3 isomers for pentane. So now notice that if you shift this methyl group to the other carbon atom, you will gain back a butane. If you shift the other methyl group to the terminal carbon atom we have here, we'll still go back to the butane we have above. So in either direction we move to, we'll have back the same compound. So this is just telling us that we have looked for all the isomers of the pentane. So these are all the isomers of pentane. We have N, we can name this as N-pentane. We can name this as N-pentane, and this is the name here, 2-methyl butane. Notice that we separate a number from a letter by a dash, while we separate 2 numbers by a comma. So thank you. If you find this video helpful, please press the like button under and subscribe to the channel to have notification for all the new videos that will be coming up.